Wasn't ready then, but I'm ready now.
Well, 3 months went to 3 weeks, went to 3 days, went to 3 minutes, and it's now at 3 seconds. It's posted. I'm a free man. Let's rewind a bit. My name is Ryan Yanishadis. I was born June 27, 1991. I've been busted open, electrocuted, and even technically struck by lightning, so you can say I've been through it. I have lived my whole life in a little town in southeastern Wisconsin called Silver Lake, and no, not Salem Lakes. I'm a die-hard Chicago sports fan, especially the Chicago Cubs. I guess that tells you what my favorite Chicago sports moment is.
Here's the 0-1. This is going to be a tough play. Bryant, the Cubs win the World Series! Bryant makes the play! It's over! And the Cubs have finally won it all! 8-7-10!
What the big news that I had on Tuesday was National Coming Out Day, and I did publicly announce for the first time that I am bisexual. I kind of accepted this. I adapted to it over the past probably the last 3 months, and I really decided. I realized that I'm actually one of my sports broadcasting instructors did the same thing, where he came out on National Coming Out Day, and I thought that was a perfect time to do it. I'd known this for about 2 to 3 months, that this was the day I was going to do it, and I had no regrets. There were people that said, Ryan, you don't have to do this. I know I didn't have to do it, but I did. I live in a small town, and I'm not a big on the rumor stuff. I wanted to beat people to it before they could be like, what's going on? And I want to be able to live a free life. Let's do this. I was a girl on Tinder, oddly enough. I started going on Tinder to check that out, and it was definitely an experience. I mean, she wanted to meet up. I wasn't exactly ready to meet up just yet, and she was just moving too fast, and I was also thinking, maybe this is the perfect time to kind of accept, because this is something that I've known personally since I was a teenager. And it was just something that I'm like, and then now's better than ever. Out of a relationship, and I don't think I was ready for one right away, but with a girl, and I'm just like, now's a better. I don't have to lie to anyone. I can finally be open about this, and I just want to let that girl know I haven't talked to her probably since the last time she messaged me was October 11th, 2022, when I came out, and I just want to let her know that thank you very much for being so open and supportive. And she basically was a stranger, and she was the first one I came out to, and I mean, if she would have had a different reaction, I don't know if I'd be here today talking about me a year later coming out. I think I probably still would be quiet about all this. Probably the oldest people in my family. It's a different generation. It's just something that they're not used to or acceptable of. When I told one of my aunts, she actually thought my Facebook was hacked. She's like, this isn't Ryan. Is this Ryan? This can't be Ryan. And then she asked me questions that only I would know, and I knew them. And after that, she was supportive. Everyone in my family would have been so supportive. So really, it was something I was judging them on based on when they were raised. But they've all been so amazing, and they've been so accepted of me, and it means the world.
How did you tell people?
It was very, very hard for me to tell people vocally. I think the only person I came out to vocally was Anthony Smoody. Besides that, everyone else was basically text message. I wasn't ready to tell people out loud. And I've said it on my show a few times, but yeah, just texting them. The first people, I believe, 4th of July weekend, I slowly started coming out to my sister, my niece. I was at work when I did this. And then it trickled down to there. So it was definitely something that And everyone, like I said, they were all very accepted of. And like I said, it means the world to me, because you need to have in this realm, you need a support system. You got to find your support system, because if you don't have that, you can't do this alone. Your career, your choices should not be made, whether you like someone or want to talk to someone should not be based off of that. Because guess what? I'm the same goddamn person I was October 10th, 2022 than I am today. So if you want to miss out on talking to me, or you want to miss out on of anything in my life for the rest of my life, because I have a lot of great things, I have a lot of great potential, and if there's people that don't want to hire you because of that, because I do believe down in my heart that one of the jobs that I don't have anymore was lost because of my coming out. I'm not going to get into that here. I'm gonna probably talk about that in my documentary, but I'm not going to bring that up here. But I'm just saying that is not fair. And in my career choice, if people can't trust me, I have a very strong, great talent on this microphone, and I'm not confident in many things in life. Put me in front of a microphone, put me in front of a camera, and I'm the most confident guy you will find. Anyone that hires me, I can guarantee you're going to get 100% professionalism. And if you don't want me because I'm bisexual, then you know what? Take a walk. I don't want to work with you. Okay? But on the top of that, everyone there, when I'm in Chicago, they're happy, they're living life, because guess what? They're free. And all we want to do is be accepted. And if you don't want to accept this, we have our own goddamn community. We don't need you guys. Go hate somewhere else. Because you know what? Take a walk. Because we don't need to deal with it. The reaction from my employers it's a little weird, because starting things off, the place I worked for 11 years, I came out in October. I left there about 2 weeks later. So, and the people I worked with, my boss at the time there was unbelievable. She was one of the other people I first told. I sent her a text and told her, and she was so supportive and just open and caring about it. And so I don't think, their reaction, I think, was fine. I was on my way out. That had me leaving had nothing to do with that. It was just 11 years was a long time, and I just felt like I wasn't getting the respect that I deserve for the work I put in. So that was more of, I just needed a new scenery. And then you talk about my second job that I've been at for a year at the hospital. A few people know, and it's not something I openly talk about, because again, the transition between jobs has definitely been, I've been transitioning through jobs during all this as well, so I'm meeting new people, and I'm not comfortable yet to tell these people. Some of them know. One I did come out to in text message, and another one always joked about it that I was, and actually I don't think he realized that I actually was bisexual, and so I want to thank them, and they're the only two that I know that bring it up. But again, I always talk about being in the workplace, that being in the workplace is not something you need to. Your personal life should not reflect your jobs. And that brings me to the third job that I had in the summer of 2022, the baseball team in Kenosha. I've kind of pointed towards this in the past, that maybe because I went to the summer of 22, and then I came out after that season was over, and then I was told. Actually, I was never told. They came. I had to ask them if I was coming back, and they told me no. But I have no proof that it was because of my sexuality. They wanted to lower the amount of people in the booth, which I completely understand, because 8 people in that booth it is illegal, because there's a sign on it that says that. But I have no proof, and I'm not going to sit here and say that they are or they weren't. So, because I'm not going to throw them under the bus for that. But it might have just been a victim of circumstance. But I'm not going to sit here and say that they let me go for sexuality of my sexuality. But just to put a bow on all that, in the career I am, it has definitely hurt me in 2023 to not be working in baseball. It's the first summer I haven't worked in baseball. It's a summer that I've had so much fun, but at the same time, baseball is my passion. It's definitely hurting me that I feel like my career in media is over, I'm just gonna have to find a different route, and hopefully someone will accept me for me. It should not be based on your sexuality, of where you're at in your life and what you're doing. And so hopefully someone will find that and trust me, because I put 100% effort into my work. Okay, Brandon, we're supposed to leave for Revolution in San Francisco on Sunday, March 5th. It's Friday, March 3rd. We're at an airport outside. Where are we?
We're in Oklahoma City.
We're here because I haven't told many people, but I have an interview to be the MC for the Oklahoma City Dodgers on Saturday. We're just kind of we're gonna take a look at the town as well while we're here, but also give you
David Buster's when he's there.
So he's gonna do that. We're gonna check out the casino because we got to find every casino. It's a racetrack, but they're not racing. But yeah, we'll keep you updated
Stay
here.
tuned. We could have good news or bad news.
If it's bad news, no one's watching this.
Yeah.
So hello, OKC. Well, the day is here in Oklahoma City for my interview with the Dodgers. Waking up, the sun is shining. Beautiful day, 60-some degrees. Wearing my Funkel shirt. Have my family back home supporting me. And time for a workout to get this day started. I already had my coffee, watched some wrestling. Now it's time to get in the groove, do my workout, and then start focusing on what is a huge opportunity today with the Oklahoma City Dodgers. Spent the last 35 minutes exercising on the treadmill, looking at myself. I'm ready. Let's do this. I'm gonna give them all I got. See if the Dodgers want me. Well, just finished my audition and stuff for the Oklahoma City Dodgers. Thanks to AJ Navarro and everyone that had me. I just don't know if I got it, don't know if I didn't. There was some pretty good stiff competition here as well, girls and guys. So great job by all of them. I busted my butt at the interview process. I think I did. I thought I was gonna nail. That was the part I got nervous about. But then once I got on that microphone on the field, I think I gave it my all. And like I said, that's all I want to do here. So we'll see what happens, the outcome of all this. But I appreciate the Oklahoma City Dodgers for this opportunity, and me flying down here should prove that I'm dependable, and I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this to be my career. So thank you to the Dodgers. We'll see what happens next. This is actually this is the day I came out. I was still scared. I mean, I pressed the button. You saw in the beginning. I pressed the button. It was posted. And I was just like, what are the reactions of people going to be? Renee and I went for a walk, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I got a phone call from someone I worked with at the job for 11 years that I only known for a year. And I mean, he's a very religious person, but he called me and told me that he's like, I support you, and no matter what you do, I got your back. Don't let anyone tell you different. So in a time of need, he was there, and I just like to thank him. He knows who he is. I know I've been distant over the last year because, I mean, I've got tons of things going on, but that was definitely the highlight of that day, was having him call me, and a day where I really needed a hug from the world, and he was there to give me that phone call. So thank you. One negative thing that happened is that I had multiple people on the day I came out message me and say, oh, I've known forever. I find that very hard to believe because I don't act like that. I mean, people say, oh, you grew up a certain way. And I grew up, I was basically an only child. I used to dress like Mother Goose and Mr. Rogers and Jerry Springer. So, I mean, I don't know how people can say, especially the day of, I found it a little offensive. Like, it's the day I'm just coming out. You don't have to tell me you knew, because why didn't you say anything? So I feel like it was just a stretch, and I don't think that was the day for people to tell me, oh, I knew. Because I think it took a lot of my close relatives by surprise, and they know me better than the people that told me that. So I think that was the one negative thing. Brandon don't even know what RHP means.
There you go. I know more.
Hi, Nene.
Hi.
I like catching you in candid moments. Day 2 of the convention. You ready?
Yes.
You were tired by the end of day 1. Are you gonna make it all night tonight?
I'm hoping. I got my monsters, so
So you're gonna be up till next Tuesday?
probably. So
We're in line. We're just gonna kind of experience a convention. We're in line with the autograph people, but we're just doing we're not doing the autographs.
registration.
Yeah. So day 2 starting. Not sure what we're doing, but hold on tight. Well, then we're through about halfway through day 2. We didn't really. So far, we watched the Ian Hamm podcast. We're gonna do bingo later.
Yes.
We got a dinner. So far, what have you enjoyed it?
Yes. Very different than any other type of convention I've been to, and there's lots of super fans.
Is it explain how it's different from like an anime one?
Well, the anime, there's not. I don't think there's many like panels or like podcast people, unless I just haven't been there for a long time. But it's very relaxing, actually. So,
It is relaxing. But yeah, so we're just kind of in a break right now, waiting for the next thing, and we'll see. Stay tuned. So Nene, we just finished the kids only press conference. First time I've ever seen it. But definitely some entertaining questions. Which one did you have one that was your favorite?
The animal one. He asked if they could become an animal, which one would it be?
That was a good one.
That's cute.
I like that one. There was a few good ones, like when they asked who was the better third baseman, caused a little controversy.
Between them.
That was good, and I mean, and also the girl that asked about Clark because they said a hibernation.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
is he there?
Why is he there?
So that was good because Staley wasn't here, but he's good friends with Staley. Well, that's the kids only press conference. Now we're waiting. We're gonna go to dinner. Then it's Cubs bingo, and I think that's a wrap. Oh, we might go see Harry karaoke, but we still haven't found the bar. So who the hell
That
knows?
should be our next thing to do.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that. My parents' reaction was definitely something I was very scared of. Like when you talk about it earlier, when I say, who are you most nervous to tell, 100% it was the parents. I mean, to tell your parents your only son is bisexual is definitely something that I don't know if they ever saw coming. The way I told them is I went on a trip to New York and I wrote them a letter. It was actually 2 letters because talking about me coming out, and then the second letter was actually about my relationship already. So it was a lot of stuff very, very fast, and that was something that it took them a while. It's a daily, I think it's a daily process with them. My dad don't talk about it as much. My mom is definitely everything we got to take it with baby steps, and I completely understand that. I'm sure this is very difficult for her. From the coming out to publicly coming out, she wasn't a fan of, to relationship, and I think she's getting more open day by day. And it was the public perspective, I think, is what she was most concerned about. And she has talked to people, and I can't thank them people enough for opening her eyes as well to all this, that it's okay. It's 100% okay. It doesn't change anything. I'm the same exact person. So she is definitely, and it's going to be like when it comes to marriage and stuff like that, it's going to be the same thing where it's going to take time. It's just you got to let it marinate a little bit. And I think that's, and I'm okay with dealing with that. And like I said, my dad, he's been 100% supportive of me. He hugged me and said, I love you. And that's all I needed from him. I mean, him and I we talk sports. That's what we do. And that'll never change. Now to talk about the heart attack. December 23rd, 2022, I was actually at the hospital, and they told me, or all of a sudden I hear my dad was just going in because he wasn't feeling well. So he goes in, and all of a sudden I hear that there's an emergency in ER room 13. And then I asked my sister, I'm like, what room are you in? She goes, 13. So all of these people rushed in, and they realized that he had a massive heart attack. So he spent Christmas in the hospital, which was hard. And then again, once he had to have a bypass surgery after the massive heart attack. And then he a little bit later on, he came home, I was actually home that day. He had to call 911. I had to call 911 because he couldn't get off the toilet. So he got rushed back in. He had to get a pacemaker put in. So it was definitely, that was early January. So that it was definitely overall one of the most terrifying experiences of my life. A man that I saw or witnessed, the man fell off a ladder onto concrete at his job, and he was back to work in a month. So this long struggle to this day, it's more of a mental struggle than physical struggle. But to see my hero weak was definitely something that has been very hard. It's been hard on my mom. It's definitely been hard on him. We're in Chicago. We're getting ready to head to the Pride. There's my baby. He's got his drunk glasses on. But we're having fun. We had Memorial Day. Now we're in Chicago. Shit's getting real. Let's see what the night brings. Well, we just concluded our first Pride 2023. On our way home, well, we're in the hotel. We're not on our way home, but we're getting there. But yeah, I think, I mean, it was everything I saw a lot of stuff, too much stuff. I really enjoyed the drag show. Is that weird?
Was that your favorite part?
The entertainment was great. All the singers were really good that we heard. The food was great, and the drag show was great. So, I mean, it's a professional organization that puts this on, so it wasn't some schlubs. So
They know their stuff.
they know their stuff.
Would you come back next year?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for the parade too, or just the fest?
Yeah. If I'm, 100% I would come back for the parade. That would be fun. So what was your favorite part?
The music, definitely. So, hope to see the two bands that we got to see, which I don't recall their names, but
Something Weekend.
yeah.
And then the girls were something, yeah. They were both good, and you're going to see clips of that right now. Oh, you just saw clips of that. Now let's talk about basically my life for the last year. I'm in a relationship with Renee Figueroa. We met on Tinder. We both swept right. That was something that, I mean, honest to God, he was one of the first people I really, really, truly found attractive, just looking at his photos. And there was, and he swiped right too. Within a couple of days, we were already talking, then texting. I thought he was asking me for more photos, but he was just excited that I posted more photos. But this year has been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, obviously every relationship has its roller coasters, ups and downs. You get to see truly who someone is when you get to spend so much time with them, and that's not always positive. There's negatives as well. You work together, you come together. Communication is key in a relationship. But the stuff that we've done, from going to Pride that you guys just saw, to just to the showing him my world of sports, which can be interesting, and wrestling as well. For him to be able to adapt to that and accept it and have fun doing it, it absolutely means the world to me, because that is a huge part of my life. Whether I'm covering it, going to it, it will always be huge. And the fact that he goes and supports me, and even supports me in my podcast and stuff. It means the world to me. We went to our first trip to Tampa in September of 2023, so that was exciting as well. So I mean, everything I can't ask for anything else from him. He was with me. He was the person I wanted to be with the day I publicly came out. He was there. He was supportive, and I mean, I feel the love from him, from the looks to the hugs to everything, and it's the greatest feeling in the world to feel loved, accepted, and he has shown me a whole new side of life. This summer has been amazing of 2023, and I have him to thank for it. What would I tell a teenage me? That hit me in the feels a little bit when you said that question. Oh, wow. It would be, I would sit him down and be like, you know what? You're going to go on one crazy roller coaster. You're going to have 2 pretty awesome relationships with women, one for 2 years and one for 4 years, and you're going to take stuff from both of those relationships, the good and the bad, and take it, and you're going to accept who you are, and you're going to find the man of your dreams, and you're going to take all of that knowledge and make it into the most amazing life possible. That's what I would sit down and tell Ryan. And I would tell him not to worry, even though that would just make young Ryan and older Ryan worry a lot more. The next year, what I need to work on is being more open about it. Like, I feel like if I talk about my sexuality or they say that I have a boyfriend, I feel like I'm bothering people, and I just don't, I'm not sure if I want people's instant reaction. I think that's the reason why I've never came out to people vocally, is because I don't want their instant reaction. I want them the time to think. So one thing I want to do is I want to be, and even Renee can attest to this, even publicly. I'm not a publicly affectionate person either anyway, but he is, and I feel like I'm robbing him of that. And so I feel like that's something I need to work on, is be more publicly affectionate and embrace that I am bisexual. Do I have any regrets of coming out? Absolutely not, because I want to be happy and I want to embrace it. And like I said, I live in a small town, and I don't want people wondering, well, what's he doing? And that's not the case. I want to be happy, and this has been an amazing ride this year, and it's only going to get better. The future looks so bright for Renee and me, and hopefully my career, working. So I mean, everything's coming together for me. So the next year, I just got to work on. I think I got to work on the public affection and telling myself it is okay to talk about it. Because I feel like at the end of the day, like I said, I'm open. I can talk about it, but I just feel like there's some times where I hold back when I'm really happy and I want to talk to someone, and I can't because I don't want to bother them with that kind of stuff in case they're against it. So them are things I definitely got to work on.
Don't have to leave this town to see the world, 'cause it's something that I gotta do. I don't wanna look back in 30 years and wonder who you're married to. Wanna say it now, wanna make it clear, only you and God to hear. When you love someone, they say you're set and free, but that ain't gonna work for me. I don't wanna live without you. I don't wanna even breathe. I don't wanna dream without you. I wanna wake up with you next to me. I don't wanna go down any other road now. I don't wanna love nobody but you. Looking in your eyes now, if I had to die now, I don't wanna love nobody but you. All the wasted days, all the wasted nights, I'll blame it all on being young. Got no regrets, 'cause it got me here, but I don't wanna waste another one. I've been thinking about what I want in my life. It begins and ends the same, and if I had to choose what I couldn't lose, there'd only be one thing. I don't wanna live without you.
a dream without